Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please welcome former United States Marine and country music star, Josh Grayson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the home of the
Yeah, this is Turkey Day indeed. You know what? As a matter of fact,
Off to the races. He's taking it home.
Can't do it any better.
Touchdown, New England.
There's the D stepping up.
Incredible.
Oh, it's complete. Touchdown.
Wow, what a catch.
Woo! Watch out.
This is what you love about the game of football.
Fans are on their feet. I love it.
And it's caught for a touchdown.
Wow.
And the tradition continues in Detroit, where they've already had the turkey trot today, the parade to downtown Detroit, and now continuing what started back in 1934, football on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. The Patriots coming here for the third time on Turkey Day since 2000. New England and Detroit coming up. Hello, friends, and happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. Jim Nance along with my great friend here, Phil Simms, and happy Thanksgiving to you, Phil, and all the family.
Same to you, Jim. Looking forward to the day and to this football, too.
I am, too. Tom Brady and the Patriots come in here with an 8-2 record. Tom, again, terrific this season. Played collegiately at nearby Ann Arbor. University of Michigan has not thrown a pick in his last 5 games. He's on a roll.
Well, I think one of the big reasons why Tom Brady has not thrown a pick in those last 5 games, Jims, who do you key on when you look at this New England offense? They give it to everybody. So the options are there. He's able to spread that football around, and I think their offense has been extremely efficient of late.
Detroit's record is at 2-8, but they are improved. They've got some building blocks, one of whom is out today. Matt Stafford still out with the shoulder injury, but watch out today when you get to see Sue and Johnson play. Calvin Johnson and Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah, 2 guys that this city is excited about, the coaching staff of the Detroit Lions. They do know they have some building blocks. And Calvin Johnson, no matter what, if you double team him, you can still throw the football to him and get it completed. You see it almost every single game. And Ndamukong Suh, he's a difference maker on the defensive side. He can make plays to win games.
All right, Phil, let's take a look at the Home Depot Tools to Victory. Interesting little coaching matchup here today. Bill Belichick, well, there he is with that magnificent record at New England. He actually was the one who gave Jim Schwartz his first start in the NFL back in the days of the Cleveland Browns. How do you see the game here, Phil?
Well, for the Patriots, portion control. When your defense starts to go bad, just don't let it go completely bad, which has gone the last couple of weeks. And for the Detroit Lions to win this game today, their defensive line must feast on Tom Brady. Hitting calls turnovers.
Today's game is brought to you in Sony High Definition. Watch out for this young man. We're going to get it started here in Detroit. Great to have you with us. It's coming up here on CBS.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Patriots will be kicking to the Lions, and the Lions, Phil, are very aware that this is the only time really the whole nation gets to watch them play this year.
I think Jim Schwartz, head coach of the Lions, he's excited about it. He told his team, this is our chance to show America that we have changed as a football team. We'll see.
They do think there's a difference around here. They won 2 games a year ago. Schwartz taking over in 09 after the winless season of 08. They're at 2-8 this year. They've had a lot of games that were so close and finding some rather remarkable ways to lose. So New England won the toss and elected to send the football to the Lions. And that's Graham kicking it to Logan, who's a good returner. Stephon Logan takes it near the 30. Shaun Hill is the starting quarterback out of the University of Maryland. He's done quite a job this year. He's actually 3rd in the NFC in passing yards per game. In for Stafford, still out with a shoulder injury. Here's his line. Backus on the left side. The first-round pick in 2001. Never missed a game for the franchise. He blocked for Brady over at Michigan. And Calvin Johnson with 10 touchdowns in 10 games. They start out with 3 receivers. Derek Williams is the additional wide out. Little pass underneath. Goes to Maurice Morris. And that's a gainer of about 4. Well, this New England defense coming in here with some changes up front. They're without Dederick today. Mike Wright out with a neck injury. Pryor out also, so only 4 healthy down linemen. Cunningham influenced that late throw last week by Manning. Got in there close to the quarterback. McCourty, he has 3 picks on the season, including 1 a week ago. So a 2nd down and 5. And they go down, they pick up the first with Maurice Morris. Javid Best, their first rounder out of Cal, has a toe injury. He is up today, and that was a nice piece of running here.
Yeah, good job, good cutback, good block by the right guard, Stephen Peterman. And the Detroit Lions, Scott Linehan, offensive coordinator, he just said, man, if we could just get 100 yards rushing today, that would just, he thinks that gives them a good chance to win because it makes the New England defense respect it. So if they do, then they think they can throw the football down the field.
Along with Seattle and Miami, the only 3 teams in the league without an individual 100-yard rusher this season. And it's Morris again, this time for 3. What about the philosophy of this one, Phil?
Well, when you got great players, find ways to get into football. How about Calvin Johnson against the Green Bay Packers? Double team. Look how easy he goes up in front of both defensive backs. Gets the touchdown, and that is something the New England Patriots are very aware of. They would like to, every chance they get today, to make sure they have 2 defenders looking at number 81.
2nd down and 7. Best is in the game now in a slot to the left. That's Hill throwing it over the head of Calvin Johnson. Jim Schwartz in his 2nd year as the head coach of the Lions. He was here actually 2 years ago on Thanksgiving Day, then the defensive coordinator of the Tennessee Titans. He was really nervous going into that game against a winless Detroit team.
Well, he sat in the locker room and he goes, oh my gosh. I said, why were you so nervous? He goes, all I could see was Calvin Johnson catching about 10 passes against our defense, but didn't have to be nervous. Tennessee came out and scored right away, and it was off to the races.
3rd down and 7. It's going to be well covered by the Patriots. Morris has the catch, but doubled up in a hurry. James Sanders, who gets the start today, in on the play. Just a gain of 2.
I think you look at the game, Jim, I think both coaches said the same thing to us. Not a lot of new stuff you can put into the game plan because of so much short delays. And what do? You go to your good stuff. That's what you run on both sides of the ball.
Nick Harris with Edelman back there deep, standing at the 8-yard line. Some good rush. But he gets it away. Edelman fields it. Shakes off the first hit. And Edelman with a 10-yard return off a 46-yard punt. Tom Brady back to the state of Michigan. Never thrown a touchdown against the Lions. Happy Thanksgiving. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms here in Detroit. Here comes the first play of the game for the Patriots. Tom Brady with 19 touchdowns on the season and only 4 interceptions. Little play action, coming out firing and hitting Crumpler with a big running lane ahead out to the 45. Just his 3rd catch of the year. Spivey knocks him out, but it gains 27.
Yeah, the New England Patriots, they want a fast start. You say, well, doesn't every football team? But what you do, a fast start means, how about that? Algie Crumpler coming out of the backfield. It's a different look. And as Tom Brady said last night, you call them coach him up plays, where the coach designs it and says, this guy's going to be open, drop back and throw it to him.
Gronkowski, the rookie tight end. Well, they've had so much production out of Gronkowski and Hernandez this year. Gronkowski line up wide to the right as they run it up the middle with Green Ellis for 4. Well, Tom Brady last week threw 2 more, giving him 244 career touchdown passes, tied with John Hadle for 15th all time. If he gets 3 today, he'll tie Boomer Esiason for 14th.
Wow.
His line, Matt Light on the left side, protecting the blind side. Got to look out for the likes of Vanden Bosch coming in from that side. And Wes Welker on pace for a 90-catch season. Green Ellis in a slot to the left on 2nd down. We'll call it 6. And the pass through the hands of Wes Welker. Levy on the coverage. Actually, Levy was in on Brady. Sue, he has more sacks than any defensive tackle in the league. He's on his way to being the defensive rookie of the year in the NFL. Peterson in his 11th year, traded over a year ago from Seattle. And Smith, who came over from Denver in a trade with 5 picks on the season. Danny Woodhead inserted for the first time on 3rd and 6. Pressure. Brady brought down, and that's Sue. Ndamukong Suh takes down Brady, the 2nd pick in the draft, making a play.
Little different look from this Detroit defense. Look at everybody standing up. It confuses the blocking by the New England Patriots, and Ndamukong Suh actually playing linebacker. He just waits. He sees where the defensive lineman flushed Tom Brady, and this guy can run and cut like a running back.
Going to have his jersey retired tomorrow at Nebraska. His 93 number there, just the 15th player in Nebraska history. And the punt by Mesko goes into the end zone. So it's just a net of 33. That gives Detroit a sack in 14 straight games. Ndamukong Suh sacks Brady. It's the best meal of the year, and I hope you get to share it with loved ones today. All of us from CBS sending along happy Thanksgiving greetings to you as Sean Hill and the Lions get set now for their 2nd series of the game. That's Morris, former Seahawk running back, for no gain. Well, Sean Hill, he's been a well-traveled quarterback who started out at Minnesota. Didn't do anything for years there, just a couple of kneel downs in 4 years.
Yeah, but he caught the eye of Scott Linehan, the offensive coordinator. Liked the way he worked. Yeah, who's here now in Detroit, of course.
He was there at Minnesota at that time as the coordinator. Went on to be Linehan, head coach of the Rams, and they connect again here. And it's worked out well with a toss back to Morris, who keeps getting the handles now 6 times in 7 snaps. Got a sports fan on your gift list. CBSSports.com shop has officially licensed NFL gear and get 3-day shopping on every order. Go to shop.cbssports.com. Patriots.com. He's known for a lot of yards, hasn't he, Hill?
Yeah, he has. Last week, we go up to do the Patriots and the Colts. And one of the first things one of the New England players said to us, thinking about this game, goes, wow, Detroit throws it a lot. And Calvin Johnson, so you know their minds were already on.
Hill. That room fires it. Oh, and incomplete. Burleson was open. Thought for a minute he might run for it, but the Patriots were closing in. He wouldn't have gotten to the 30.
Yeah, Burleson's open really the whole way. Sean Hill looking left. Good job of moving around. As he moves, you can hear the crowd. There he is, sitting in that hole, but it's too late when he sees him running so fast that he cannot get the ball back across his body.
Again, Edelman had a 10-yard run back on the first punt. Harris 46-yard. First boot of the game. Another return chance here for Edelman. Edelman still on his feet. The punter trips him up. Nick Harris on the tackle. Edelman knew he had one man to escape. 49-yard punt, 30-yard run back.
Hi, I'm Vince Wilfork of the New England Patriots. This is my wife, Bianca, kids, DeAndre, Destiny, and David. Wishing you and your family a happy Thanksgiving.
From the Wilfork family, Bianca back home preparing the meal right now.
Yeah, she's making 2 turkeys, one for the big guy there and one for everybody else, I'm sure.
Patriots begin this drive on the Lions side of the field at the 43. Play action, wanted to go long. Goes sideline instead and over the head of Branch. Now Tom Brady and the Patriots, how about a little philosophy here?
Well, when you look at the Patriots, they're so versatile on offense. Now their running game, the formations, the nice fake. And look what it does to the linebackers of the Colts. And then Gronkowski right up the middle of the field, wide open. Seeing more and more of that from the Patriots. That last play, kind of the same thing. Detroit was not fooled. Got back with the underneath coverage, caused the incompletion.
Chris Houston had his hands on a possible pick. On 2nd and 10, Woodhead. He smashed at the 40 and falls forward. Brandon McDonald holds him to a gain of 4. Tom Brady's first ever appearance in an NFL game was on Thanksgiving Day 10 Thanksgivings ago. Misfired on his first 2 off the hands of Redmond, and then off the hands of Terry Glenn, and then Rod Rutledge is the answer to the trivia question. First player to ever catch a Brady throw. His first completion right here, November 23rd, 2000. In relief appearance. A game that the Lions won handily. 3rd down pass play. Good grab this time. Welker holds on for the first down and a gain of 9. The Lions.
Wes Welker in the right, in the slot, coming underneath. So quick, so fast out of his cuts. Very hard to cover. Chris Houston, number 23. He's there. But when you have no help to the inside, and he makes that first good move up the field, Tom Brady, it's a tough throw and catch.
The Lions, when they beat the Patriots back in 2000, Gary Moeller was their interim coach. They had a winning season. They haven't had another one since. The Patriots had a losing season and haven't had another losing year since. Brady on first down has Welker. Oh, and trying to shake off the tackle. Had he done so, gotten away from Delmas, it would have been a touchdown. Gain of 19.
Well, what they're trying to do, going for the score, the guy in motion, Welker's going to go up and out. The coverage is very good. Watch it. Tom Brady recognizes it right away. And what's he do? He's covered, so he throws it behind him. Nice read by Wes Welker, stopping and coming back and making the catch.
501st catch of his career. First down at the 11. Hernandez split wide to the right, and it's Woodhead running into a pile after a gain of 2.
Such a difference, Jim, in the NFL now. We see it every single week, and you almost take it for granted. That last throw, the quarterbacks throw the receivers open. So the receivers covered, throw in the spot. They can see the football quicker than the defensive back. The receivers make the adjustments, and we see a lot of completions just like that last one to Wes Welker.
Brady not sacked many times on the season, but 8 times this year in the red zone. That's more than any other quarterback in the league.
And he's dropped back to the shotgun on 2nd and 8. Firing it complete for a gain of a yard to Gronkowski.
Well, you know, when you're in the red zone, depending where you are, if you're like inside the 10, it's 3rd down. If you're taught right and taught well, hold the football. Because what difference does it make if you take a 4 or 5 yard sack? Nothing. It doesn't hurt the field goal. So hold it, wait for a play to develop, see if you can make that touchdown throw.
Right, just don't make the dumb throw that's going to take away the chance for 3. We've got a 3rd down coming up. Can get the first at the 1.
Double team Wes Welker.
He's in a slot to the right. Brady's pass caught by Welker, but short of the first. They're going to mark it about a ½ yard shy. Spivey twisted him down, and it's 4th and maybe a couple of feet.
Well, it's not a double team in the slot. You have a guy inside, and just too much space by Spivey.
Patriots are going to go field goal here, as you see Welker wrapped up in a hurry by Spivey, who starts today for C.C. Brown. So it'll be Shane Graham coming out for the chippy.
You know, Jim, I would wait to see how far this measurement is before I decide to kick the field goal. If it's a foot, I believe the Patriots will go for it.
It's about all it is, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, a little more, about a ½ a yard. He's going for 3. And Bill Belichick, he respects the Detroit Lions defense. I think he respects the crowd here. Of course, Tom Brady, we know he wants to go for it. But don't give him hope. Don't give him momentum. Go ahead and take the sure points. Has to have a little confidence in his defense, too. This first couple series, they've done a good job against the Lions passing game.
Shane Graham, who was signed after Steve Gostowski went out with a thigh injury, IR'd for the year. This is for his 200th made field goal of his career, just 19 yards. Mesco on the hold. Patula on the snap and executed to perfection. They get the good punt return by Edelman. Sets up the short field goal. Both teams wearing their throwback uniforms. When they met on Thanksgiving Day back in 2002 here, game won by the Patriots 20-12, they did the same thing. Back for the Patriots side, this marks the 25-year anniversary of their AFC championship team, and they're honoring that team by replicating their uniforms today. Stephon Logan. Heavy traffic. Again, takes it to about the 30. McCourty, one of those in on the hit. 22-yard run back. Brady got sacked earlier in the game by Sue, but then directs him down the field for 3. 200th field goal of Graham's career. Well, look at this at the end of the game. All new trophies for the Phil Simms All-Iron MVP. These are just gorgeous.
Turned out well. You know, it's not necessarily the MVP, Jim. We're looking for a guy who does something. Well, of course, he plays well, but does something kind of unique. Does something unexpectedly. Picks his team up by being tough, playing hurt. We'll see if one of those guys sticks out.
First down for the Lions. Their 3rd series of the game. Almost intercepted. That was Merriweather diving in front of Burleson.
Yeah, not a good play by Sean Hill. If you're going to throw this type of route, it's going to be like the inside, a little skinny post. You have to look it off. And very fortunate, Brandon Merriweather plays it a little safe. Doesn't get up in there. He plays it safe. Stays in the position. Otherwise, he would have intercepted that throw.
2nd and 10 from the 29. And a running play for just a short gain. Aaron Brown. Thanksgiving Day, a time to give thanks, and I just want to say thanks to George Richards wherever you are, and your baby that you gave birth to that I love so much. The Thanksgiving Day game. George Richards, the owner of the Lions, was the one who hatched the idea to come up with football on Thanksgiving Day back in 1934. Thank you very much.
Yep, we're glad he did it. 2 defensive linemen in for the New England Patriots.
On 3rd and 8, and Hill steps up. Oh, this is going to be close. I think they're going to give him the spot for the first. That's Burleson with the catch. It's a first down for the Lions.
You know what happens a lot of times when you play a defense and it's a little unique. 2D linemen, now you bring 2 more guys. But look at the rush lanes. You lose your lanes, and Sean Hill, very good, even though he's not fast, moves around quite a bit, likes to throw on the run. Good job of stepping up and getting that first down.
Back to the ground with Aaron Brown, second year back out of TCU, was a 6th rounder a year ago. Now they've had 4 different starters at quarterback. The Lions have the last 4 Thanksgivings. Kitna, Culpepper, where Stafford should have been the guy today, but he's not on injured reserve yet. They still hope to get him back. The first overall pick in 09. He's quite a talent.
There he is on the sideline. He stands next to Scott Linehan. Scott Linehan, offensive coordinator, says, give me one nugget a drive.
He can break it down, can he? There's the completion to Pettigrew. 51st catch of the year. He came into the game that Pettigrew tied with Witten. Most catches by a tight end at 50.
Well, what he means by give me a nugget, give me one thought that maybe I'm not thinking of. Of course, telling a quarterback something like that, and we heard Scott Linehan said, yeah, he might give me more than one. You know, you have to just kind of shut him out every once in a while.
Of course, when talking to Coach Jim Schwartz, he's right up front about it, talking about Stafford. My future is tied to him.
No question. Says, I didn't draft him to run the football 40 times.
First down, getting some good running out of Aaron Brown. That's good for 4 this time. Wilfork on the tackle. Sunday on CBS, a world premiere movie that will touch your heart and leave you smiling. Hallmark Hall of Fame does it so often. And this time it's November Christmas. Sunday only. CBS, America's #1 network.
One reason why I think Detroit can run the football occasionally and have a little success. The Patriots, look, they know this Lions team. They're going to play pass until they decide or they realize maybe the running game for the Lions is too good.
Yeah, that pass knocked down by Gary Guyton, intended for Pettigrew as the Lions on their first snap across midfield. They'll 3rd down coming up.
There were a lot of guys around that football. When you throw the football inside against the Patriots crossing, they're very good at letting one guy go, watching the quarterback, and seeing the next receiver who comes their way. That time, Guyton did an excellent job of that.
Just inside the 35 for a first. Calvin Johnson, nothing so far to speak of as Hill is being chased by Ninkovich. What an effort by Hill. And steps out with the first down. He broke away from Mayo, their leading tackler. Scrambles for 8.
Well, Sean Hill, Jim Schwartz just said, look, the guy, to give you an example, he's like a pitcher in baseball. He's just a crafty left-hander. He's tough. He knows how to play. Doesn't have a great arm, but can find ways to deliver the football. And, hey, his teammates, they like him. He's a good leader. He's been an excellent backup for this Lions offense.
Longest run of the day by the Lions. Back to Aaron Brown for maybe a yard. But the strategy here, of course, they feel like they've found their backup for years to come in Sean Hill. And if anything happens to Stafford down the line, they've got a guy that can come in and you can win games with.
And you can still win games, no doubt about it. But, you know, I think Calvin Johnson said it best when he talked about Matt Stafford. He goes, when he's in the game, the difference between Matt Stafford and Sean Hill, you're always available. So no matter where you are in the field, Stafford can make those throws. A little different with Sean Hill.
2nd and 9, they fake the end around to Calvin Johnson. Running again, it's Hill, and he runs for the 2nd time on this drive for a first down. Got a nice block, too, by Raiola, and the Lions keep on moving.
Well, it was a nice job. Everything worked out perfectly, except the screen running back doesn't show up. And what happens? Oh, he gets knocked down inside. Aaron Brown, number 21, he's going to come out and be the screen running back. But somebody saw it for the Patriots, knocks him down.
13 yards that time for Hill. As the seconds are winding down here in the first quarter, and they're in the red zone. Fake to Aaron Brown. To the end zone, and Calvin Johnson has the touchdown for the Lions as the quarter comes to an end. Calvin Johnson, just too hard for one man to stop Kyle Arrington on the coverage.
Anytime it's one-on-one, watch the safety come down. There's nobody deep. Good job of looking off by Sean Hill. And sometimes underthrown footballs are the best to talented wide receivers. Nice adjustment by Calvin Johnson.
Dave Rayner is in for the injured Hansen. Jason Hansen out another game inactive with a knee. The extra point is good. The quarter comes to an end with Detroit leading it 7-3. And you're watching the NFL on CBS.
Let's go.
Calvin Johnson with a touchdown to end the first quarter. Lions lead it 7-3, along with Bill Sims, Jim Nance, and all the crew here in Detroit saying happy Thanksgiving to you. And we've been hearing it all year, not the same old Lions. As the kick by Rayner comes to Brandon Tate at the 2. He has 2 runbacks this year for touchdowns, but he's not going anywhere this time, as the Lions pounce on him quickly, including C.C. Brown.
Same old Lions. I think we came here 2 years ago. We looked at the Lions. I said, wow, they're old, they're small, they're slow, and they're really highly paid. But when you look at them now, they pass the eye test. They're much bigger, they're faster, they have dynamic players on each side of the football. They're definitely on their way to turning around.
Reed Ellis smothered by Ndamukong Suh for a loss of 3.
Well, Ndamukong Suh inside so hard. Oh, he just fights right through the block of Logan Mankins. But we talked to him, what, 2 days ago, Jim?
Yep.
Played soccer growing up. It shows how quick his feet are, the way he can move around. Hard to believe when you see him. He's 310 pounds.
Just as he entered high school.
Yeah,
Same
right.
weight, he said.
Yeah, that was incredible.
But what an impressive young man. His family's here today. They've all come out from Oregon to watch and then have the Thanksgiving dinner. 2nd and 13. And here they come on Brady, who takes a vicious hit. And it is Woodhead, a flag down. Woodhead takes it across for a first down at the 28 and a gain of 14.
Let's see if this is a personal foul. It didn't seem like a late hit. Oh, it's definitely not.
Well, they got a flag back there in the area where Brady released it.
It's the umpire. It could be the right side of the offensive line.
First flag of the game today. Ron Winters.
Personal foul. Illegal cutback. Offense. Penalized half the distance to the goal. Repeat second down.
Boy, everyone here thought they were going to get him for the late hit when he said personal foul.
Yeah, but it was definitely not a late hit.
Yep.
Once we saw the replay. Oh, it's the cut block. That's what it was. Couldn't hardly tell from the inside. I think it was against, oh, it's against Corey Williams.
Mankins.
Logan Mankins. He's engaged. Blocked below the waist while he's being engaged up top. That's a personal foul.
And it's a 2nd and 20. Patriots backed up to the 8.
Defensive line off to a good start.
More pressure on Brady, who gets it away to Woodhead. And he's tripped by McDonald. Looked like for a moment there it could be a big gainer. It's only 5.
Well, you got to do something to slow this pass rush down. We talk about Ndamukong Suh, but what's made him such a good player this year is the fact that you have Kyle Vanden Bosch out there. You have Cliff Averill, and even on a screenplay, wow, another big hit.
Well, it's 2 in a row on Brady to look almost identical, the hits.
Here's Kyle Vanden Bosch one more time. High energy, crowd noise. Tough for the tackle to look at him because he's trying to watch the football out of the corner of his eye to see when it snapped.
3rd and 15. Woodhead breaks the tackle, but will not make it. Look out. Helmet's flying.
Helmet comes off. Regardless, you are down right away.
8-yard gain, and the Patriots will punt.
But, you know, this defense faster up front. Watch the pocket once again, makes him move. No time to look down the field. Look at the defenders coming towards the football.
Including Sue in on the hit on the back end of that.
Jim, they said we're a changed football team. We just got to win some to prove it to everybody.
Mesco. This is Logan. Only returner in the league in the top 5 in kick and punt returning. And it's out to the 37. 51-yard punt, 9-yard run back. Lions will have the football at the 38. Lead it in the second quarter, 7-3.
I'm Ron Winter, and on behalf of our crew and all the NFL officials, we'd like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
And the officials joined us last night for our CBS Thanksgiving feast. They're the sheriff, Ron Winter and his team. Ron Winter was the referee here in 2000 when these two met on Thanksgiving Day, when Brady, we showed you, made his debut. Sean Hill now throwing a touchdown pass in his 8th consecutive game. Hands it off on first down to Aaron Brown for 3, and his touchdown pass in this one went to who else? Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, let's look and see what happened. The Patriots, Sean Hill is going to look this way. And what it does, if the safety who was going to help double team Calvin Johnson, Brandon Merriweather went for the fake and allowed it one-on-one.
That kind of typifies Hill, doesn't it, in so many ways? I mean, he was able to make the smart play. The pass is a bit of a wobbler, but it gets the job done.
It does.
2nd and 7. Back to Calvin Johnson, and he squeezes out a first down.
Well, Jim, let's go back and just show you what it does to a safety in the NFL at any level when you look one way. Here's Merriweather. Watch. He's watching the quarterback. Just that little bit of movement, that hesitation. Then he goes for the fake. If he doesn't go for the fake, he could be over there underneath that getting the interception. If I was the Patriots defense, I would stay back and make them run the football to win. Don't gamble. Don't bring the safeties up.
First down, it's open to Pettigrew, and it's good for 8. Back to the New England side of the field, and Monday on CBS, to protect the perfect place, you need the perfect team, and that's Hawaii 5-0 TV's #1 news show, Monday, only CBS.
You know, this Patriots defense, it has periods where they play extremely well. But Bill Belichick says, look, we're young. When it starts going bad, we're just not good enough to turn it around.
Play action on 2nd and 1. This is Aaron Brown with the first down. Steps just inside the 40. Hill becomes the latest in a long line of Maryland quarterbacks. Really led off first by our own Boomer Esiason, and then a whole brigade of guys from Frank Reich to Scott Zoak and a few others. Now Sean Hill from Maryland to the NFL.
Yeah, he's done it the hard way. Like you said, went out to San Francisco, played very well, but he wasn't the guy they wanted to build around. So he was available. The Detroit Lions did a good job picking him up. Like we said, he's done a good job.
Wilford in the tackle and the slam down of Aaron Brown. Jim Schwartz got his start in the National Football League with Bill Belichick at Cleveland as a college and pro scout back in 1993. What he went through to get that unpaid job initially. He met with the pro personnel director, Mike Lombardi, and others, and went through a whole series of tests just to get the unpaid job.
Yeah, they did. They made him take the Wonderlic to test his IQ. They got him analyzed, and then they made him grade a film on a player to see if he had the talent to do that.
2nd down and 8. Hill avoids the sack, dumps it off. Felton, about 2 yards shy of the first. Brandon Spikes on the tackle. Yeah, he would do such things initially as like drive guys in, prospects in from the airport and return them. And one time you were talking to Cleveland, right? And
yeah, I was. Yeah. He drove me to the airport after it fell apart. So that was good. He met Bill Belichick at the Senior Bowl one year. He just went up to him. He said the encounter was fast. He goes, I'm young. I have no bills. You don't have to, and I'll come work. You know, whatever. And then Bill Belichick didn't forget. Hired him. Worked out pretty well, I'd say.
He did. He grew on the job there 3 years with the Browns. Look at Hill save it and then unleash it for the first to Burleson. Was able to pull down the high snap. And the Lions again, they will move the chains.
Excellent job, the Detroit. Wow, what a nice catch. But the Detroit Lions, they know they have to have another receiver step up. Nate Burleson is the guy. They know the Patriots going to pay special attention to Calvin Johnson. Javid Best, their good running back, he's out. So who's going to be the guy that's going to make the plays because he's single? They hope it's Nate Burleson.
First down at the 25. Hills hit 8 of his last 9 throws. And that's Maurice Morris. Finally spun down at the 10-yard line by James Sanders.
Well, Jim, you see the passing game's working, but look at the safeties. So now the odds favor the Detroit Lions up front if they want to run the football. They got them spread out. Wow, nice job by Sims pulling around, getting the block.
First down, and go back to the ground with Morris for a gain of 2. Gerard Warren on the tackle. Boy, Brady took a couple of nasty hits on that last Patriot possession.
There's no question. The Lions say it. The Patriots say it. The best part of this Detroit football team, the defensive line, they can do it all. They're athletic. They can rush the passer. Last year's starters are now the backups. So they have depth. And that's what's giving them hope and giving them a chance to win so many games this year.
Second down and 8 as Hill goes to the end zone. And Burleson, no, it was actually Derek Williams who looked like he might have it for a moment.
Good job. They have Calvin Johnson. They're moving him around. He's inside. He's double teamed. This throw actually is perfect. Williams had his hands, did not turn his hands around. He should have had them both, his palms facing the quarterback. Looks like it caught him by surprise just a little bit, so he couldn't make that adjustment.
There's Scott Linehan, the offensive coordinator. 11th play of this drive. He's sending in here. And Hill's pass. To Williams. They mark it down. Boy, the ball popped out. A multitude of things could be ruled here. It's right at the first down yardage, which you could get inside of the 1. Quite an effort by Derek Williams to stretch it out.
Good tight coverage, faking going across the field, trying to take advantage of an aggressive defense. He's not down. There he is. So it looks like if you marked it, it's absolutely inside the 1.
His helmet's out of bounds and down before the ball even comes out.
Arm is there. You're right.
Yeah.
So it's inside the 1 though. Well, I don't think there's any question. If it's short.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, my gosh.
By a chain link.
Don't go for it. If I was a coach, I could make this decision. 1 inch.
You can make the decision. Can you make the inch?
Well, in this league now, you and I, we talk about this every single week. Defensive linemen so good at getting penetration, going underneath offensive linemen, and giving them no place to run. To me, the safe place outside the tackle box, somewhere in there where you have a chance to have somebody that's standing up so you can knock them off the ball. I'm sure the Patriots will put their defensive linemen inside on the guards and center.
Of course, you also have that temptation to fool them and maybe throw a little jump ball over there with Calvin Johnson, who's so tough in the red zone with his size and all. They have Morris as the running back.
You know, you can still draw them off sides here.
Yep, you can.
That would give you a first down.
Again, pick up the first without getting the touchdown. That line 1 coverage with Johnson. It's going to be the sneak, and Hill is going to have the first down at least. Maybe a touchdown. Going to mark him short of the end zone, it looks like.
Well, I think he absolutely got some progress, Jim, just from sitting up here and watching it.
Kyle Love of the Patriots in the bottom of the pile. I don't think there's any question, you're right, Phil, that the definitely advanced it and marked it short of the end zone. That's a first down.
Well, he goes with the quick snap count. Well, the Patriots definitely had it locked inside. Oh, my gosh. Well, he did get a little bit. That was close. Didn't look as good when we watched the replay as I did when I watched it live.
Felton, the fullback, is in. Morris, the tailback. First and goal from an inch away. It's Morris. Touchdown, Detroit.
It's a veteran offensive line. They got it stuffed inside. Oh, that's another nice job. Sims, the left guard, pushes the defensive lineman down, gave it just enough gap, enough hole there for Morris to get in there and get that touchdown.
Boy, did he ever. Rob Sims.
A couple good blocks by him today.
Yeah. Extra point is good. Could we have a guy named Sims win the Phil Simms All-Iron Award?
Why not?
Why not? Look at this. He just clears it out for Morris. Lions up 11.
From me and my family and the Detroit Lions, I'd just like to wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving.
William Clay Ford and his family. There he is, so instrumental in bringing the Super Bowl here in '06 when the Steelers won. Bill Cowher in the Final Four. Just a year and a half ago, North Carolina's dominating championship run closed out right here at Ford Field. First down for Brady. And the pass underneath to Gronkowski. And again, it's 3 Lion uniforms on him right away, including Landon Johnson.
Well, when you see nobody in the backfield with Tom Brady, if you're a defensive player, you know it's got to be a quick throw, especially what we've seen so far today here. Hard to block these 4 defensive linemen of the Detroit Lions one-on-one. Even though the Patriots, they're talented up front, you know, they got veteran offensive linemen, but the crowd noise, this pass rush tough.
Second down and 6. Belichick calling that line last night. The veteran group of our football team. A lot of snaps from that group that clears the way here for Ben Jarvis. Green Ellis picks up the first. But I'll tell you, Tom Brady's taking a licking here early.
Yeah, he's taking some big hits. The blitz gets to him. Sue, another blitz by the linebacker. How about these last 2 hits by Kyle Vandenbosch? Those are... That's a screenplay, and you can't even get rid of the football before you take a major hit in the back.
5 knockouts. Yeah. Vandenbosch asked him, didn't he, if are you okay?
Yeah, he got up. Yeah.
First down at the 29. Back to Green Ellis. And he drives it for about 3, maybe 4 into the arms of Landon Johnson.
This is what you do. You know, you slow the game down. You know, how often do the Patriots have to slow the game down? Not too often. Matt Light, the left tackle, looking at his guy who he's got to block that time. But just think, that was a running play. If it was a passing play, he would be trying to look out the corner of his eye at the football and going, man, I got this number 93 outside, Kyle Vandenbosch.
Second down and 7. Back to throw again, Brady. That time down the middle, and it's dropped by Tate. He had the step on Smith.
What a throw. This is one of those, Tom Brady cannot throw it any better. They get the tight end Gronkowski up the field. It gives him one-on-one coverage to the outside. It is a perfect strike. Kyle Vandenbosch did a little change-up move, went inside. Matt Light was all over it. It's all there, and you don't make the play.
Got to make that play. Brady had hit his 7 previous throws. And then the toughest pass of all, a perfect strike, some 30 yards down the field. 3rd and 7. 2 tight ends in for the Patriots and a timeout called by Brady. This place is quite loud. Trying to restore the roar in Detroit. We're back with the Patriots facing 3rd and 7. Tom Brady has just tied his longest streak of his career. Passes thrown without a pick. 183 attempts without an interception. One more will give him his personal mark. Just trying to pick up a first down here, though, and quiet things at Ford Field. Lofts this one over the head of Woodhead, and he's drawn a flag. The defender, DeAndre Levy, going to be hit with this one.
Pass interference. Defense number 54. Penalized at the spot of the foul and a first down.
That's the first penalty of the game. Gunter Cunningham not happy about it. Gets the Lions.
Look what they do. They get him up here, 3 receivers. How the receivers tight here now gives Woodhead an easy release, and the play can happen fast. That's what's important. Get the football out of the hands of the quarterback before the defensive lineman can get there. Well designed, tough coverage.
And a first down at the 39. Green Ellis picks up a 6-yard chunk. Look at Cunningham right in the area. The defensive coordinator, former head coach of the Chiefs.
It was a pretty tough call. There was a little contact, but hey, look, you know, you're Gunther Cunningham. You're looking third downs. You're over there going, can we get off the field? When you're playing the Patriots, you got to be resilient, knowing they're going to make plays against you.
Second down, call it 5. Woodhead stopped short of the first. Nice piece of tackling right there. Spivey coming up to make the hit. It looked like it was going to be good for a first down. This Thanksgiving weekend, join the NFL in its commitment to making the next generation of youth and families the most active and healthy. Join the movement and pledge to play 60 at NFLRush.com.
For the Lions, the defense, Spivey the safety and Delmas the other safety, they are going to be good as the year goes along. They're able to go full speed and not slow down when they make those tackles.
3rd and a yard. Play action. Brady's pass caught by Hernandez and taken down at the 34. Aaron Hernandez, the rookie tight end out of Florida for 18.
Key breaker for Tom Brady. They always go on quick snap counts when they're going to run it. Gets up the line, boom, quick snap count. The Lions defense, they all go in for the run fake. Hernandez wide open behind them.
Ndamukong Suh is taken out now as we approach the 2-minute warning. He's not on the line, but maybe he'll come back out of the break. 2-minute warning in Detroit, and the Lions lead the Patriots 14-3. Brady throws out of the 2-minute break for another first down. That's Welker at the 22, a gain of 13.
Yeah, I love those plays. Nice route by Wes Welker. He comes across the formation. He widens the defense. The play action fake gives him a little room, and Brady makes the throw. See the motion? Watch the fake outside. Sit in that little gap. That's what you see the Patriots doing now that you did not see last year or really the last 3 or 4 years.
Gronkowski wide to the right. Back to Benny Ellis. Green Ellis. Benny, as he's known around that locker room, for a gain of 5. And coming up, we got the Sprint halftime report. JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, Coach Cowher. Look at the first half of this game here in Detroit, plus a live performance on the field here by Kid Rock. It's coming up on the Sprint halftime report.
Good drive by the Patriots, trying to neutralize the Detroit's defensive line, getting rid of the football quick. Some runs up inside. Excellent play calling by Billy O'Brien.
Moving in inside of 1 minute. And the 2nd and 5. Back to Green Ellis. First down and more. Green Ellis powers it home. What a run. Touchdown, New England.
Defense thinking pass. Up inside. Copeland gets a good block. Connolly comes across. And Green Ellis, that says it all about him. Hard-working, tough. He knows he's getting these carries. We said it before, Jim, because he doesn't avoid contact. Always looks to get those extra 2 or 3 yards on every run.
Boy, he just ran over Alphonso Smith for the final couple of yards. 15-yard touchdown run. His 8th rush touchdown of the season, and Graham brings it to a 4-point margin with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Detroit 14, New England 10. Brady and Welker communicating on the bench. They hooked up a couple of times on that touchdown drive, but Sheen Ellis watching a little replay of a great performance. Hernandez joining in. He liked those last couple of yards. Anytime you can just bulldoze a DB on the way home, it's sweet.
It's a dream. You know, just really to go back to that drive, Jim, the mixture of the run and pass, that drive had a little bit of everything. You know, the third and short, he threw the pass to Aaron Hernandez, kept him off balance.
10-play drive. Detroit now with 45 seconds and all 3 timeouts. Can still do something here. Particularly with this return man, Logan already has 1 run back this year for a touchdown. The former Steeler. Give him a little room. Look out. They close in on him at the 33. McCourty again. Ninkovich also a 30-yard run back. Wednesdays on Showtime. JB, Chris Collinsworth, Warren Sapp, and Phil Simms. They come your way on cable's longest running show inside the NFL every Wednesday on Showtime.
Yep, I wasn't there yesterday. I heard I took quite a beating.
You got mauled.
Mauled, yeah, that's good.
But you always have next week.
That's right. And I got the rest of this game.
A few more shots. Maybe the Lions too before halftime. Aaron Brown to the 42. And a quick timeout by the Lions. That one gained 9. But they're across the 40. Need about another 20-25 yards to get in field goal range. Brandon Merriweather slow to get up. So the Patriots get charged a timeout.
That's right. Player injured inside the last minute. Brandon Merriweather looks like he might have hit his own guy a little there.
Coming up, the Sprint halftime report. JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, Coach Cower, their take on the first half here. And again, a special performance by Michigan native Kid Rock coming up on the Sprint halftime report. And then in the second half, we're going to hear from Dwayne Johnson, formerly known as The Rock, here in Detroit. He'll be with us live. There's a pass incomplete. Aaron Brown trying to hold on to it one hand, but Mayo jarred it out. That wasn't going to be a catch with that force.
Yeah, a little late with it. Coming across the field against its own defense, always look in front of the receiver.
3rd and 1.
Short.
It's very close. First down, they give him the first. Now he'll call a timeout with 16 seconds. Short says, come on, guys, we lost some time there. Lions have the first down. 2 extra seconds reapplied to the clock. 18 overall left. And maybe Dave Rayner with his 6th team now coming in for the injured Jason Hanson. Maybe he'll get a try before halftime.
Jim Schwartz upset about the clock management, but it wasn't sure there was a first down. So if it wasn't, the Patriots might have called timeout to make them sweat the 4th down call, or at least make them punt, see if you could block it.
Running across midfield. They have 2 timeouts here. They'll take another one, leaving them with 1. That was Pettigrew with the catch for 11.
Yeah, really good job. Sean Hill looking it off, getting the underneath of the defense to move with his eyes, then finds Pettigrew open. Now you can throw it. 13 seconds. You practice this all the time, Jim, during your week and during training camp. Throw the ball, catch it. Well, Detroit still has one timeout left, so they can still throw it in the middle of the field. Use that timeout, get a chance for a field goal.
Injured just a couple of moments ago. Returning now to the secondary for the Patriots is Brandon Merriweather. Sergio Brown had replaced him for a few snaps. Let's see what Hill and the Lions can do. Probably need another 7-8 yards.
7-8 yards, I'd say most. In this dome, watching them kick in warm-ups, 55-yarders were It looked pretty easy to both kickers.
Lions best in the league scoring in the final 2 minutes of the first half. The pass. Oh, that one got away from Hill, but it only took 4 seconds. Kyle Love had pressure on him, and it influenced the throw.
Tricked me. I thought he was throwing it out to the right. Oh, got hit. Yes, you're right.
Well, the good news is that didn't take too much time. So they still have a chance to complete one, get the timeout, and bring Rayner and the field goal unit out.
Yeah, I know if you catch it over the middle, don't take too much time running with the football.
Stepping away from the traffic, now unloading open man. It's Burleson. He better get down, and they stop it in 2 seconds.
Wow, good movement in the pocket again. Sean Hill.
Set up about a 44-yard field goal.
That's what you get with playing time. Playing in San Francisco, all those snaps last couple years, and here playing for Matthew Stafford. His movement again. Look at the defense. They all stopped. That allowed the wide receiver to get behind them and get wide open by Burleson.
Rayner, 3 of 4 on the year, will be trying one from 44 yards out. He's the first Detroit kicker, other than Jason Hansen, to attempt a field goal on Thanksgiving Day since 1991, and Eddie Murray. This to give him a 7-point lead at the intermission. Rayner's kick. It's a beauty, and the Lions trot to the locker room, leading 17-10. Harris got it down. Rayner, he drilled it. Oxford, Michigan native, about 45 minutes from here. Educated up at Michigan State. He's bounced all over the league. It's the big kick before the half. Dave Rayner delivers 3 to Schwartz and the Lions. And that's the end of the first half with the score here at Ford Field. Detroit 17 and New England 10. We'll be back with the Sprint halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.